As part of our continuing series into mysterious unsung internet characters, Keith Maringe looks into the rise of the popular TV advert director, albino-eyed, all-round internet sensation, Grax.
I was approached recently to talk about my long and very happy friendship with a person that can only be described as Grax. Tonight we will hear from those closest around him. People that Grax worked with in the early days and those that helped him on his way to becoming the internationally acclaimed producer of such commercials as I Am Cheese, We Are Cheese, Catch, Mellow Bar, Meow Meow, PHAT, and your recent YouTube hit for Innocent. In the early days, Grax was brought up away from conventional means. Here we have unearthed a rare interview with his au pair and housekeeper, Peter Pharm.
Grax was a very bright youngster, being the only child along with his older brother. Interesting, but very bright. I would often emerge from the garage to find the young Grax in the garden shouting, "Do not approach one! Do not look at one! Never, never, never discuss my personal finances with one!" Seemingly at his space hopper.
Did you not have many friends?
Well, there was some. But after the Dinner of 1,000 Nights event, which incidentally only lasted 44 hours, few people returned.
Grax lived a happy childhood, and I was lucky enough to have known of the famous Dinner of 1,000 Nights, as I met him for the first time during his private stay at boarding school. We were great friends from the very beginning, immediately bouncing idea after idea off each other. Many times, in fact, with actual small boys from the first year. Well, small boys, they do bounce very well. Anyway, it was at the end of Grax's education that he first began writing short advert storyboards, often inspired by the work of his mentor, George Francis Heindhouse Smyth. Here, George Francis Heindhouse Smyth discusses their first meeting.
Judith, is this thing on? Where are you anyway?
I'm in the kitchen doing the dishes, darling.
Silly woman! What will I do when I get my hands on? Is this recording? No? Yes. Grax. The first time I came across Grax was after the huge success of my 1989 advert, Sex, the Final Frontier. Grax was striking. He had the largest ding-dong I'd ever seen for such a lad. I mean, he was such a personality. Uniquely creative, uniquely arousing. Uniquely creative. Yes, that's right. I invited him to co-create something that he really excelled at. I Am Cheese, We Are Cheese was an advert for a fairly interesting cheese company. Previously, they had struggled with claims of toenails in their cheese, and this was their comeback. Is that it?
What happened next was simply fantastic. Grax must have simply seen the one thing that no other ad executive had ever thought of. Not even Rosemary Monge, the queen of advertising in the early 90s, famous for her ball bag crisps adverts. Grax created one of the jingles of the decade.
I am cheese. We are cheese. I am cheese. We are cheese. I am cheese. We are cheese.
took Grax from a relative nobody to the most wanted ad guy in the country. He was exposed into a world of hard cash, hard drugs, hard drink, and hard love. He commanded the industry overnight, becoming a cult figure amongst the youth. This affiliation prompted Grax to take the job for Catch, a national campaign for sexual health. Kristian Horn from Catch describes his experience with Grax. Grax is a monster. A crazy English monster. A crazy bull in a fine china shop. Nothing fazed him. Goddamn, nothing concerned him apart from deciding which lady runner would be old enough for his private sexy time. I loved that foolish Grax. I wanted the best. I had to have the best. I needed to catch, to grab a nation. I wanted my advert project to grab this crazy, sex-ridden, monstrous, shitty nation of yours. I wanted it to capture the weedy little, sexy, terribly aroused English children. Oh, Grax could do it, all right. He was superb.
So how would you describe his working style?
Absolutely manic. What an enigma. Grax was quickly invited into the ongoing media circus of television appearances and magazine interviews, naturally driving him to drink. Many of his TV appearances entered youth culture, especially this particular appearance on the hit Channel 4 late-night show Clit Bites. Here, he meets presenter Jack Flower, the singer Jane Reynolds, and comedian Billy Peters.
Okay, tonight, folks, this really is a real treat for you guys at home and in the studio. The guy behind the massive hit advert, Catch. It's Grax, everyone!
Jack, my old buddy, my number one fan. What a bloody pleasure it is to be here.
Hey, there's two for company here. I'm so pleased you managed to make it as part of your hectic schedule. So anyway, how are you coping with your meteoric rise to fame?
Like a fucking erection. It's a huge rush of blood. Especially for someone built like a fucking horse, like my fine self. Here's something I picked up on the cab journey here tonight. You're gonna love this. What's the difference? I mean, what happens when you what happens when you drop a green stone in water?
What?
It gets wet. Wet. That's not funny. You have all failed. Failed me. Did I ask to be surrounded by the entire cast of fucking Hollyoaks? Did I ask to enter a room with the average IQ of a pot of yogurt, and not even a probiotic yogurt at that? Where in my shitting contract did it say that I would be captured and placed inside the fucking monkey enclosure at Chessington Zoo? Ugh, you're all sick. All of you.
Sorry, Grax. So, tell us, what are you currently working on?
Well, shortly I'm going to be working on this little fitty's little titties. Other than that, I'm pretty tight-lipped. Hopefully like my fellow guest here.
That's awful! How dare you!
Ah, shut it, you slag. You know that's the way you roll, and I'm coming rolling. Rolling all the way to the bank. Yeah!
Oh, well, always the controversial, I guess. So, I've recently heard you are working with Arnold Jacob, the universally famous artisan actor, with respect to a new campaign, Mellow Bar.
Oh, he's a twat.
What?
Well, he is. Completely unprofessional. Can't remember any of his lines. Always giving me lip. He thinks he's like some sort of superstar, some shit like that. In fact, The only work I have ever given him any accolade is for when he takes a shit first thing in the morning, simply because it reduces the amount of shit that he talks.
Okay, well, thanks for coming.
Ah, it's a paycheck, isn't it?
Indeed it is. Grax, everyone!
The Mellow Bar advert turned out to become Grax's most critically acclaimed work to date. However, it didn't go without its usual controversy. The star actor, Arnold Jacob, explains.
Well, I've worked with the best, some of the very finest actors and directors. Fletcher, Carrot and Peas, The Dirge, Clint Rogers, Fanny McPhew. I guess Grax can only be described as fundamentally evil in every genius way. The guy is simply unstoppable.
So, what was it, an up and down relationship?
You could say that. I recall one day on set, it was the most important scene, you know, the scene at the end of the advert where I ate the bar of chocolate after saying the word thanks. Simple, eh? Not under the Grax Domain. 46 takes. 321 chocolate bars later, and I was a blubbering, gooey, chocolate-smeared disgrace of what I used to call a man. It really was too much. I'm sorry. I promised my therapist I wouldn't do this. Sorry.
Yes, it's okay. It's safe in here. The nurse is outside. Do you need her?
No, it's okay. I'll be fine. Damn my legs! Pull yourself together, Arnold! You've got to pull through this! Where was I? Sorry. Of course. I just couldn't manage the criticisms. You know, my shoes, my height, my weight, my hair, the cut of my jib. It was too much.
I was lucky enough to unearth some hidden outtake footage of Grax during the filming process.
Okay, and action.
Thanks.
No, fucking cunting, no. What do you mean, thanks? Thanks. It's not thanks, it's thanks, okay? My fucking rotting dead cunt of a cat could do it. And she only has 5 nipples. Again.
Thanks.
Cut! I do not believe this. Are you out of your actor's shitting mind? Are you the Quim? Is that it? Are you essentially the spewing juices of a tramp's fanny? Why? Why can't you do what I ask? Why?
But I am doing it.
It? Is that another word for anus? Is that it? Because you're banging my anus, and my anus doesn't like it one bit. Just do it! Ugh. Take 45.
Thanks.
No, fuck this. I'm off. Where's my agent? Where's the casting director? Where's your career going after this? Well, I'll tell you. Oh, I will tell you. Bang fucking cock. Yep, you're so fucked you better go get fucked. And oh, has he done it? Bloody good show.
After this stage, Grax took to starring in his own creations. It was clear from conversations that we'd had, often over a fine prostitute's ass crack, often over a quiet coffee, that he had no time for actors anymore. I believe he used the phrase, an utter bunch of cheesy-wanged, overpaid, good-for-nothing coffin dodgers.
Okay, so Grax, you ready for a take? Right, remember, meow meow, it's meow for your meow.
Meow meow, it's wow for your meow.
Not quite, meow meow, it's meow for your meow.
Okay, yep, I got it. Let's do one more. I have a mess out of a happy ending booked in for 12.
Okay, and action, take 1.
Meow meow, it's, cock ring.
Okay, again.
Meow meow, it's meow for your, fucking dike hole.
Again?
Who fucking wrote this? This really is shit.
You did.
I still think it's shit.
And action.
Meow meow, it's meow meow.
No, cut. No, Grax. It's meow for your meow.
Ah, Tyrannosaurus penis! You know what I think of meow meow? It could suck my hairy nutsack. You taping this? Meow meow, meow meow could suck a bag of dicks and enjoy it. My dick loves a good meowing, meowing all the way to fucking Kingdom Come. I don't give a fuck about fucking cat food. It's just mushed up dog cocks. And your attitude stinks. It stinks like a mangy, jizz-ridden tissue. A nasty teenager's filthy, cum-covered fuck rag. This is a titty fucking shit stain of an idea anyway. A total cocksplash on the bog wall of my career. Terrible, terrible white shaft of a job.
This really is costing a lot of money, Grax. Can we try that again, please?
Meow meow, it's meow for your fucking tits.
Again.
Fuck this, fuck this, I'm off. Get someone that's trained for this arsewipe of a career. Someone who goddamn loves this shit. I can't work with these morons. Fucking meow meow, sloppy cunts more like.
Needless to say, the actor chosen managed to take in two. Seeking to purify himself, Grax embarked on a highly, delicately specialized detox program, where he could only consume air and sunlight, much like flowers, household plants, or horses. He believed it was the one true path to the ultimate nirvana. That detox lasted approximately 3 hours, after which he went on a 6-hour all-you-can-eat lunch buffet binge at Pizza Hut, consuming 13 salad visits, 19 medium pizzas, of which 6 were pepperoni, 6 visits to the ice cream factory, 9 pints of Coke and organic bread. Some say it was the break that saved him. Some say it was the BBC programme Dragon's Den, where he was hired, famously ousting the fantastically wealthy multi-millionaire Peter Jones. The following clips are outtakes found recently from the BBC Vault. Dragons, my name's John, and I present to you today the world's first, the world's greatest and only, and I'm offering this to you for just £200,000 for 15% of my business. Dragons, I present to you Extendo Toilet Brush 4000.
Literally fucking what?
Well, it's there to spare you from the unpleasant experience of cleaning your smelly toilet by giving you the reach needed from outside of the toilet.
Is there a clock in it?
No.
Why not? Surely it lacks a timing device of some sort. Are you for real?
From my projections, I think I can make this product for just £3 per unit, selling for 10...
Don't change the subject! Clockless bot brushes? No fucking chance! 200 grand of my titty cash? I'd rather attach my money to 1,000 ping pong balls and shove them up my fucking Thai bride's mims so she can pop those fuckers out one by one at speed, right over your shoulder and into your milk. And for that reason, I'm out.
A shaky pitch and the loss of a dragon. A disastrous start for any entrepreneur.
Even his relationship with the other dragons on the show was evidently strained. I like it. I think it's a good business prospect.
But where's the clock?
Grax, why? Why a clock? Why? Every time a clock. It's totally unnecessary. Can't you see that a range of cakes do not need a clock?
Time for cake, time for a clock.
How? How did you ever make any money? You total retard.
Because I'm a genius! I know a good deal when I see one, and trust me, These cakes suck cock without clock. I'm going to my dressing room.
In a twist never seen before on Dragon's Den, Grax then appeared with his own invention.
Gentlemen and lady, feast your eyes upon this wondrous invention that will revolutionize the world as we know it. Now, I am asking for 4.5 million for 7.942% of my patents, as well as...
I'm gonna have to stop you there, Grax. I'm looking at your product and I don't like what I see. It's basically a dildo with a clock in it. Are you taking a piss?
Well, yes, it's a dildo. Or sex device, or whatever you wish to call it. Fucking Barbara the clitoral tickler if you wish. With a clock built into it. Think of it, man. No longer will you miss that important meeting because you lost track of time pleasuring yourself. And it has a bendy attachment for when you can't quite see the time. It works on so many levels.
Cut! A number of people in the industry claim that Grax's work on PHAT significantly enhanced his reputation as a global star of the advertising world. PHAT was a global campaign. The first ever advert which broke the so-called fourth wall. An interactive drinking advert where the viewer could drink along with PHAT, which incidentally is a brand of vodka jellies. Although controversial in its delivery and message, PHAT reconfirmed Grax as an icon of students and the general youth cultures across the world. In a recent focus group, these students confirmed the effect of the advert on them.
Well, it all began as a rumor. It's spread around the campus like nothing had ever been done so before. Not many of us had Sky Plus, but we would often barricade ourselves in the common room where there is a Sky system. Locking ourselves in with a range of alcohols, beer, vodka and spirits, alcohol pops, terps, Dr. Pepper, Mr. Sheen, Castrol GTX, literally anything we could get a hold of.
It was intense. I never imagined the effect of drinking 44 shots within a 30-second advert. It was like a scene from the trenches some mornings. People strewn around the floor, hanging on to life with a limp grasp. Empty bottles everywhere, and a disturbing sound of groaning, only interrupted by people vomiting and crying for their mothers. I might never see again. Great fun!
I last saw Grax 3 days before his disappearance. Whilst attending to my spring vegetables at the end of my garden, out of the corner of my eye I saw what could only be described as a strange shape of a man peering over the fence at me, staring fiercely in my direction with a slight twitch in one eye, completely naked, but for a woolly hat. I instantly recognized it to be Grax. He explained to me frantically that he'd stolen the greatest idea ever from his advertising arch-nemesis director Brix the Animal Davies, otherwise known in the industry as Brix. Something so daring, inventive, and untested, even he struggled to hold in the gem of an idea that he'd earlier hatched whilst sitting stark naked in club class on the 1546 from Cardiff Central to London Paddington. Here we have exclusive access to Grax's own hidden tape material, detailing that precise meeting between Grax and Brix, recorded in a Soho knocking shop. For at this point, Grax would always wear a hidden device, due to his ongoing paranoia about his ideas being stolen by the Vietnamese Chang Mafia Syndicate, as part of their ongoing Bong Bong projects. Due to a recent police inquiry, we have been requested to keep the voice of Brix disguised.
So, Brix, my arch nemesis, always one step ahead of me. I've had my starter, and my balls need to recover. So lay it on me. What's this big idea of yours?
Oh, sorry. I was busy with that Thai chick giving me a rim job. Anyway, I've been working lately with those guys from the Al Qaeda branch of Tojan. Man, they pay really well. And they're always looking to get their special messages out to their own brand of friends. You know what I mean? So they hired me. I threw about some serious shapes, and look at me now. I'm on top of my game. Untouchable. All thanks to those lovely and somewhat misunderstood mass murderers.
This led to potentially Grax's fatal mistake. Always with one eye on the paycheck and another on the door. He had a lazy eye. He soon turned to underground terrorist advertising as a source of pushing himself to the ultimate in commission-based, payment-on-results advertising production. You see, Grax had discovered a flaw in the now-defunct daytime shopping channel You Flid, where he could appear advertising a somewhat indiscriminate item in a short 30-minute slot. Hidden inside these appearances were covert hidden messages, specifically targeting his terrorist audiences to decode and to bid, as a sign of their intention for purchasing arms. Here we have a clip from Grax's last TV appearance.
So, coming up, we've got Grax. Yeah, he's one of TV's true legends. So, anyway, what have you got for us today, Grax? I'm sure it's something that'll surely have those phone lines going crazy as always. Remember, folks, bid early, because the price you bid is the price you pay, you Flid.
Well, thanks, Chuck. I always love returning to bid, you Flid, and boy, do we have something unique for you tonight. I'm here introducing the uber-fat universal remote control.
Wow, that really is something I can't ever say I've seen before.
That's right, limited to only 14,000 units, made entirely from unique natural properties. Its technology is far more advanced than NASA. With its unique 12-inch remote control that
Buy our guns.
fits neatly into your pocket, you will have complete control over all your electrical
Buy our guns.
goods and appliances.
Really?
Yes!
That is quite literally amazing.
It controls everything, from your CRT televisions to your modern VHS tape players,
Buy our guns.
to your stereo sound systems, refrigerators, vacuum cleaners, clocks, and more. You will
Buy our guns.
never feel out of control ever again.
So, Grax, what's the secret? There must be a secret. You can tell a secret, can't you?
Well, Chuck, I might have to take you outside and shoot you in the back of the head.
Oh, Grax.
The secret lies within the
Buy our guns.
secret infrared algorithm that calibrates and configures itself to any electrical device. Encased in the cold, hard, shiny aluminum case,
Buy our guns.
the uber-fat universal remote control will be able to take any day-to-day wears and tears treatments that your family household
Buy our clocks.
will throw at it.
You buy now.
And it'll protect you from theta rays.
The following recording is of Grax's last public appearance, recorded only yesterday in Hull.
It is a dark day in human history. What have we been reduced to? The state of advertising? The state of the media in general? It's a joke. Have you seen the shit they've been putting on the idiot box for you morons to watch? And to think, all my hard work has turned into jack shit. I spent years in the advertising industry creating masterpieces. Do you know who I am? I brought you fat. I invented the microwave. I brought things to you that has never been seen. You owe me. Each and every single one of you owes me. Me. I cannot believe that you stare at me here today, so expecting of my genius rubbing off on you and your piss poor excuse for a life. I don't blame you though. In fact, it's you and your shitty existence that fuels my genius. Our lives are controlled by those that we cannot see, but we do. We do see them. They are everywhere. They live in your bins, in your cars, and up your trees. It's the government. It's the Illuminati. I tell you, they are feeding us this shitty existence. I am the awakening. I am your modern day Gandhi, your Jesus, your Barbara Windsor, or whatever you want me to be. I'm motherfucking Grax, and I'm sick and tired of this shit! This shit ends now! We're gonna start a new revolution!
Thank you, Grax. Quite inspiring. And could you please now cut the red ribbon and open our local multi-buy superstore express?
Ah, blow it out of your ass!
That was the last anyone saw of Grax. For 3 years, Grax has been out of the spotlight. No TV appearances, no newspaper articles, no Grax Domain. Some people still discuss the tales of Grax on our television. In fact, his works still appear on TV compilation shows. And if he's out there, I'm sure he'd be proud of his positioning at number 1, number 2, number 3, number 6, and 42nd best advert ever created. Many students still reminisce with their new friends and families of the days they took part in the greatest advert known to man, usually whilst claiming for disability benefits. I don't know if Grax wrote the New Testament, or if he in fact once advised the Queen on the affair of Charles and Camilla. I don't know if he once punched Colonel Gaddafi in the balls. But what I do know is that Grax would always, as he did, speak up for the public. He would fight for the acceptance of bestiality, just as we accept those ladies what love other ladies. Maybe our country wouldn't be a riot-ridden, dank, grey, gang-infested tit-pit that we see today. Although there are rumours about Grax's involvement in the BlackBerry and Twitter coordination of the London riots under the hashtag #GraxSaysTakeATelly. Maybe we could all look forward to meeting our fellow man. If Grax was here today, maybe we'd share in our common knowledge that we all know the theme to I Am Cheese, We Are Cheese, or Thanks from the Mellow Bar adverts. Ladies and gentlemen, youngsters and the old, a moment's silence. Grax. Thank you, and good night.